Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk a Lot. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce our first guest. Please give a warm welcome to Martin Van Buren. Thanks for coming today, Martin. Why don't you start off by telling us about your childhood?
Alright then. I grew up in Kinderhook, New York. It was a small old Dutch settlement. My father was a tavern keeper and owned a farm.
How did you get involved in politics?
Well...
I spent most of my days in that old tavern, listening to Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr, and John Jay fighting about politics and whatnot. I eventually picked up on some of their conversations.
So it's settled! We'll get a large anchovy pizza. Any objections?
No! I hate anchovies.
Interesting. So what happened next?
Well, at the age of 14, I started an apprenticeship with a lawyer by the name of Francis Silverstein for 5 years before becoming a lawyer myself.
How did you become President of the United States?
Well, Andrew Jackson was my good friend, so I became his Secretary of State, and then his Vice President. He ensured me a nomination for the Democratic Party.
So tell me, what was one of the biggest things that happened during your term?
Well, I'd have to say the Panic of 1837. It all started when Jackson was president. Jackson was distraught at the fact that state treasuries were hoarding specie, which is silver and gold, and leaving debts to paper banknotes. One day, he had an idea. I have an idea! I can make a plan that says banks cannot leave their debts with paper notes, and I shall call it the specie circulum!
What do you want? Sir? Yes. A letter just came for you, sir.
Yeah, well, a letter just came for your grandma! Now get out.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Psh, I swear, no good help these days.
I had no idea what I just signed in to do.
Wow. So tell us, Mr. Van Buren. Can I call you Marty? Okay, right then. So what did happen next?
I'll tell you what happened next. The Panic of 1837! See, when this news got to the bank, they got worried because this could mean losing money. They no longer allowed customers to use credit or call in loans. Everything went wrong from there.
Want money back! Money! I want my money! Money! Okay. I know this might be a little problem for some people. David Hasselhoff.
People lost their jobs.
I'm sorry, Pete. We're gonna have to let you go. And then riots began. Are we gonna let them let us starve? No! Are we gonna let them take away our jobs? No! So let's get out there and show them what we're made of! Yeah! Well, good night, gentlemen.
Good night. Do you hear something?
Sounds like
That sounds terrible. So what did you do about it?
Yeah, about that.
Go on.
Well, technically, some people could say that at the time when the event was occurring, I was theatrically dormant, per se.
So you didn't do anything?
Well, hypothetically speaking, if I was doing nothing, I would be dead. But if you were referring to the situation that we were recently discussing, then yes, I guess you could say nothing was being done about it. Boo! Boo! Who threw that? Who threw that?
Let's change the subject. What did you do after presidency?
Well, I went to Kinderhook and, joined the Free Soil Party, which was a third political party against slavery. At one point, I lived in Italy for a while. And, well, mostly I just lived out the rest of my days as a retired president.
Wait a minute. What year did you say you were born?
1782.
Alright, let's carry the one. How are you still alive then, eh?
Well...
Right, yeah! Yeah, how is he still alive? How is he still alive? I don't get it! Something's wrong here!
They're onto us! Do something!
That's all the time we have for today. See you next time on Let's Talk a Lot.
You're
Good night,
jipping us!
everybody.
You're jipping us! That wasn't really
Good night.
Buren!
Hi, I was the interviewer, the mob, and Martin Van Buren as a little child.
Okay, so I was Aaron Burr, looks like an alien. Oh no, I wasn't that guy. I was Andrew Jackson. I was the guy who fired Pete. I was Pete, who also was the bank teller. I moved to the bank tellers around, and I was also the crowd.
Angry mob.
Hi! I was Alexander Hamilton. I was that guy. And I was Martin Van Buren.
Hamilton.
I'm an emo kid.